like, comment, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching.
I'm laying bricks one at a time, no rush for the prize. In the heart of a city where the dream never dies. Hands are calloused, but the soul feels free. A mission carved in the stone for eternity. We're building a legacy, higher, higher. Stacking dreams, fuel the fire.
Like,
You're looking at your situation
not
like it's a...
detaching from your accomplishments and stuff like that. Like, I mean, that's a part of my experience. So, you know, I'm not necessarily opposed to you adding your usual hashtags or whatever. I know he had the one situation when I was speaking on my daughter that had transitioned, and I spoke to you about that particular video. But even then, you know what I'm saying, I feel like I was just in a really sensitive, emotionally vulnerable space. So you probably got more of that than whatever violation I could have perceived you doing. So just whatever.
So for those of you who do not remember Boomy actually joined Chief life in prison plus 10 years without the possibility of parole years ago. And he was a part of what he thought was a movement to heal and help humanity. But once he figured out that it wasn't that, he left. And I recently shared a video of him talking about the loss of one of his babies. And I had, a lot of like the hashtags, my general hashtags that I use on my channel, just the generic ones. And he kind of took issue with it. So I approached him to ask him for permission to share one of his recent live streams that I was in with him in the comments. And that was his response. He was cool with it. And he explained that, that was a part of his life experience. And at the time that I posted the video about the loss of his baby, he was kind of going through his own personal type situation. So he was not too happy to see all of the hashtag carbonation, hashtag nature boy, hashtag 3God, and all of that other thing. So he realized that, it was more so what he was going through versus what I posted. And I have a lot of respect for Boomy. And honestly, I have a lot of respect for all of the ex as well as current carbonation members. I know that people think that I'm a little bit harder on the current members, which I definitely am, because I need them to wake up and realize that Eligio Bishop, a.k.a. Nature Boy, a.k.a. Chief Life in Prison, is an absolute fraud. But in this video, we're going to kind of catch up with Boomy to see what's going on and how he's been doing in his life after carbonation. Guys, please be sure to smash that like button. Leave me a couple of comments. What this man has been able to do with his life is quite commendable.
To perceive you doing, so just whatever. You know what I'm saying? As long as you acknowledge, just who I am genuinely, and continue to. And I know we don't really know each other personally, but as you explore and see things that I post, whatever, I hope that you get more of a full picture of who I am.
punishment, but it's not.
It's a process. You're being stretched, you're being molded, you're being refined. And yeah, it's uncomfortable. Yeah, it hurts. But that's how growth works. You don't get to the next level without going through something that challenges you. Have you ever noticed how the strongest people you know have the hardest stories? The people with the most wisdom, the most resilience, the most faith, they didn't get that way because life was easy. They got that way because life tested them. They got knocked down, but they got back up. They lost everything, but they built it back stronger. They went through the fire, and they came out better because of it. You got to stop looking at struggles like they're here to destroy you. They're not. They're here to build you into who you're supposed to be. Every setback is a setup for something greater. Every challenge is a lesson in disguise. Every hardship.
Oh, you know what else is a good one? Linen. Linen is good.
Linen is cotton, ain't it? Wait, what's linen?
Oh, I don't even know. I just know the name.
Man, it just really hit me how heavy we've been under attack. Just through the fabrics, though. The fabrics of our motherfucking life. And I kept getting reminded about the idea of polyester being a hormonal disturber. But it's just been like I've been like constantly reminded recently, particularly by my brother Smitty, shared a video to his story, talking about different fabrics that disturb our hormones and man, like, and we don't really understand how important our hormones is to our daily functioning. Like, your motherfucking hormones.
Yes, certain fabrics and the chemicals used in their production can potentially disrupt hormones. This concern mainly involves endocrine-disrupting chemicals, EDCs, which can interfere with the body's hormonal systems. Here's how fabrics may be involved. 1. Synthetic fabrics and chemical treatments. Polyester, nylon, acrylic, and spandex are made from petrochemicals and often treated with various additives. These may include phthalates, used to soften plastics, and sometimes found in synthetic materials. Perfluorinated compounds, PFCs used for water stain resistance. Flame retardants, formaldehyde, used to prevent wrinkles or shrinkage. Some of these chemicals are known or suspected EDCs, meaning they can mimic or block hormones like estrogen and testosterone, potentially affecting reproductive health, metabolism, and more. 2. Skin absorption. Your skin can absorb small amounts of these chemicals, especially with prolonged contact, sweating, or abrasion. The risk is thought to be relatively low for most people, but cumulative exposure and sensitivity vary. 3. Safer alternatives. Organic cotton, hemp, bamboo, processed naturally, and undyed or unbleached fabrics are often safer options. Look for certifications like GOTS, Global Organic Textile Standard, or OEKO text to avoid harmful substances.
Is to our daily functioning. Like, your motherfucking hormones basically give your body the instruction to do everything that it's supposed to do in a balanced way, in a proper fashion, on so many different levels. Like, that's just in a nutshell. But when I came across the video last time, I was like, it struck me to a space where I wanted to start evaluating my clothes, particularly starting off at my pants and my underwear, right? So I just noticed recently, like, for whatever reason, in the past couple years, I've been like real strong on just getting like top quality clothes even if I gotta go to the thrift store to get a better quality polos and nauticas and Tommy Hill, just different stuff that I know is like better quality Levi jeans, like quality shit, And a lot of it was just on some nostalgia type shit, just tapping back into just different shit I thought was cool when I was a kid. And but I started realizing, like, wait a minute, like, it is something really thick and very, like, demonic going on with the fabrics. Like, so off rip, we just realized that motherfucking the sheets that I just got was 100% polyester, which is crazy, right? Then, after I did the burpees earlier, I realized that the pants that I had on, I saw that it was a percentage of polyester in it. And I looked at it, and you wanna know what's crazy? They always make it for like affordable for people that don't got that much money. Cause it's like Levi's, but it's like a certain you see it say Levi's signature.
Mm-hmm.
And if anybody is familiar with how like the back of the pockets usually look with the regular Levi's, like that's not it. You know what I'm saying? Like this is like a special affordable Levi jean that's like a little less, the quality isn't as, up to par like the regular Levi jeans, right? And they be having these at like Meijer, stores like that. Maybe Walmart. But when I looked at the tag, it said 87% cotton, 12% polyester. So that's all around your thighs, your calves, your balls, your ass. So look, let's get to the balls and the ass, right? What's on your drawers? You feel me? So I started looking at the different types of underwear that I got, right? So I realized, like I said, in these past couple years, I've been intentionally getting just better quality shit. Not just cause like wanting to show off or nothing like that, but also just healing a space of like, a lot of us grow with the mind frame of just like you get conditioned to buy what's on sale or stuff that's just a certain price tag is just like unnecessary, and like you just, I mean, the two experiences that you just shared just there, that was like I had literally just got there. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like I got there in like the first or something. So in between the 1st and July 4th, both of these incidents took place, and at that point, you know what I'm saying? Like it was already like, damn, like what the fuck did I just get myself into? Like, is this real? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it had like this, you in the middle of a reality TV show vibe.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I definitely understand.
Yeah, so those two experiences happened. Oh yeah, and I remember like they were trying to get us to like gang up on Tron. Like Tron was still there.
Before Tron left.
Boomy to beat up Tron. They was trying to get me and Boomy to bully up Tron, beat him up, and I'm not with that bullying shit.
Because when we first got there, Cause that's around the time where they was like putting the nigga trying in the closet or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
That's when
Like
we got to see all the
6'5".
closet shit. That's what I forgot about.
Right.
Wow.
It was crazy. It was wild hearing
Right.
that nigga put the women in the closet.
And
Oh,
so
wait.
I forget what happened. Like Shaka said, we was drinking wine that night, and like, to be honest, I don't even really feel like Tron did nothing like too crazy out of character for real. Like, Nature Boy just be real sensitive, just any hair seeming like it's not following exactly what he's telling you to do type of deal. And shit just turned up quick, like on like Tron, like the nigga Tron was like doing something weird to like encourage something to be off or some type of deal. Like, it was weird. Like, they had made the nigga stand in the corner, and that's when Tron started, like, getting to the point where he was ready to leave. So, like, Tron
Yeah.
was really getting ready to leave around that time because
Okay.
he was starting to just had enough. Man.
Okay. So moving
And then
along.
I was saying that me and True had dropped Sybil off at the airport.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you guys dropped Civil off at the airport. Okay.
Yeah. Somebody said something about like why did we worship him, right?
No,
This
no, no, no,
this
no, no, no. We're not gonna get into that right now. Wait. Back up. We're not there yet. We're not there yet.
is something that is sparked that I gotta address about the time frame in LA when we got there. What a lot of people don't realize is the whole time frame that I was there, he was real adamant about not being online. He took a hiatus from being online for a long period of time,
Oh, that
right?
is true.
So that's why a lot of people don't even really remember me being there because literally after he got kicked out of Hawaii, he
We
was
saw
like
him to go
super
off the grid.
paranoid. He was like super paranoid after he got kicked out of Hawaii to the point where he was considering not even going live no more.
Wow.
So that's why
Now, why
when
is that?
Terry, Zine, and them came out live in Atlanta, that was the very first time they heard about anything that was going on because it was all hush hush
Right.
because we kept him on silent off the internet while we were in Atlanta. I mean, in LA and in Vegas.
So
We told him, nigga, we gonna be protected. We
Boomy,
gotta
can you
be
fix your mic, baby?
no internet.
Can you fix your mic? That
what
makes a lot of sense. I remember when
so
you took that
basically
hiatus.
the point that I'm making is because it was a time frame where we wasn't really on camera like that, a lot of that shit that y'all see on camera just wasn't present at all. Like, he was acting more regular than y'all used to see him act because he wasn't even on the time of like being on the camera. Like, mind you, he still got his issues, his mama daddy issues, and how he dealing with people and shit like that, and how he snapping on the women and shit like that. But a whole lot of the how he was demanding niggas to be doing certain shit, like how you be displaying online, like a lot of that shit wasn't even happening. Like, he was going to his room and staying to himself, and niggas was kind of doing their own thing. Like, just don't even consider. You know what I'm saying? Like, like for instance, the last couple packs of draws I got was Columbia brand draws and Calvin Klein draws, right? Nah, I can remember being at a time where, like, considering to pay what those brands cost for underwear would seem just unnecessary to me. Not that I didn't have it to buy it at different times, but it just was like, the fuck I'm gonna spend this extra whatever, however many dollars it is for these underwear as opposed to, you know what I'm saying, some cheap whatever underwear that could be affordable, you know? So I was just like, just healing myself of like, like, nigga, get the top shelf draws. You know what I'm saying? You're getting better shirts and, you know what I'm saying? Get the Nike socks. Get the Adidas socks. You know what I'm saying? Like, And in doing that, I'm like, dang, like you'll feel the subtle difference in just the quality of the detail, just different stuff. Like wow, like I'm just robbing myself for just like experiencing shit like this. You know what I'm saying? Like it's okay. And like, dang, these last longer. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be getting rid of these. These is trash, right? Bam. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I'm gonna tell you another thing I realized is it was 100% poly. Now these say 98% cotton. Hold on. 2% elastane. What's that? You know what I'm saying? So like when we
Elastane, also known as spandex in the US and Lycra as a brand name, is a synthetic fiber known for its exceptional elasticity. It's not related to elastin, the body protein, but it's designed to mimic the stretchiness of natural elastic materials. Whereas elastane found, it's blended into many types of clothing, such as activewear and yoga pants, jeans and leggings, swimsuits, undergarments, bras, underwear, t-shirts, and stretchy dresses. Usually, elastane makes up 2 to 10% of the fabric blend, with the rest being cotton, polyester, or other fibers. Is it safe? Elastane itself is generally considered safe for most people. However, it's synthetic, made from polyurethane, which is derived from petroleum. Some people may develop skin sensitivities or contact dermatitis from the chemicals or dyes used with it. It's not biodegradable, raising concerns about microplastics and environmental impact.
You know what I'm saying? So like when we came across the that video, they had a list of things that they were saying could be detrimental to the health and stuff like that. But polyester was just at the top of the list. That's why polyester keep ringing. But they was mentioning other things. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure that this is probably. I'm gonna look it up and see what it is. Let's see what this shit is. It seemed like it's some type of elastic type of something though. Off rip, I'm done with these. I need 100% cotton or something. Yeah, it's like spandex. So I'm like, so is spandex another one of those? Like,
Yeah.
spandex.
Yes. Let's look it up. I just looked it up because this shirt is 95% cotton and 5% spandex. Spandex is a polyester, something.
Yeah. So with the draws, so even with the Columbia and what else whatever other brand I was saying, I still want to look deeper into like I need like 100%, like I need me some silk drawers or some shit. You feel me? Cause I'm realizing like how much these things affect your mood though. You know? And I'm realizing all of this, and then I tell you this, and then you talking about how the damn sheets is polyester. That was just. So, yeah. So I need some new drawers. So I'm like, I'm grateful for the upgrade, but I'm pretty sure that there are intentional businesses that make underwear with all of what we're talking about in mind. dang, so that just made me just think on a whole nother level, like how deeply have we been affected by these cheap materials? How long and to what extent has this affected populations? Like, I can't even make it just about black, you know what I'm saying? Like just especially like very, very poor places where, you know, they just make really cheap, but like it just made me think about like places like Foreman Mills and City Trends, and it just make me like, I know it's nothing but polyester all up and through there. And it's not even just like, you know, I'm pretty sure a lot of the high-end designer shit at this point is polyester, you know what I'm saying? Like, 'cause it ain't even like the expensive shit is, they making it no better quality than the cheap shit, you know, it just be the label, you know what I'm saying? They spilling the tea on TikTok about all this shit now, you know what I'm saying? Apparently, I ain't seeing the videos, but I've been seeing people talking about how, you know, they over in China spilling the tea on TikTok in response to the whole tariff thing. But yeah, I think I need to. I'm about to redo all my clothes. But I'm gonna tell you what's one thing that fucked me up just now when I went upstairs. I had to calm down when I came down. The jerseys are motherfucking polyester.
Why was that the first thing that came to my mind when you was like, you about to redo your clothes, and I started thinking about the clothes that you have here? The first thing came to my mind was your jersey.
The motherfuckers polyester, and the thing about it, think how cold this is. What?
Or they be playing like official basketball games in the polyester jersey.
Took the words out of my mouth.
That fucking gold. Hey, I'm sure.
But look, hold on. Now hold on. Now hold on. Let's dissect this. So I have replicas. You understand? So the official NBA stamp brand, this, that, and this, I don't know. I gotta evaluate that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm that's not hard information to, you know what I'm saying, to come across. But one thing I do know for sure is a lot of these type jerseys do be used like on different levels. You know what I'm saying? Like like a lot of these jerseys feel like some jerseys that I played in before. You know what I'm saying? Like in middle school, high school, you know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of little league, you know what I'm saying, high school, middle school, recreational shit. But I was also seeing videos about like clothes, like workout clothes. You know what I'm saying? Like the spandex that the women, like I saw a video that was specifically geared toward letting women know to kind of like ease up on all the spandex y'all wearing to work out in, for a lot of the reasons of what we talking about. And the fuck about, what was I saying to that though? I don't know. I lost my point, but I got
In the gentle embrace of the earth, we find solace. In every jar, a piece of the earth's wisdom, a commitment to natural rebirth and renewal. Our products, a labor of love, crafted to tend the garden of the soul. Our herbs, a gift from the land, nurture and soothe. Calendula's calming presence, lavender's peaceful whisper, chamomile's quiet strength, all work in harmony. Our teas, a soothing balm for the spirit. Our oils, a gentle massage for the soul. Our creams, a nourishing caress for the skin. Each one a promise to nurture and care. May our herbal offerings bring peace and serenity to all who use them. May they nurture the beauty and wonder that lies within each of us. Eden X Elizabeth.
Interested in natural herbal products? Contact Eden X Elizabeth on Instagram at establishing.home. Enjoy your natural, handmade, holistic products. Go ahead, treat yourself, you deserve it.
Point, but I got a lot going on right now. I was trying to look something up. What am I into right now?
You're looking up what our authentic NBA jerseys made out of, I believe.
Right.
I looked it up and it says 100% recycled lightweight polyester with the Aero Swift technology.
I was trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. I was like, maybe. I tried to give them the benefit. Dirty motherfuckers, man. What the fuck? That's crazy. Niggas been like kind of getting more sassier and shit.
Yeah.
And then we trying to like attribute it to like, oh, it's just natural.
No, why it just made me think about that one guy who I guess he sells like sports tights or whatever them things is. Spandex, I don't know, whatever. And then he's trying to like promote it to where like you could wear them anywhere to any event or whatever.
What the fuck? And mind you, I ain't even dove super deep into this topic. It's just, this is just on my heart right now. It's just like, for whatever reason, and I'm pretty sure I can get more detailed into like the whole breakdown, the how and why it's bad for you. But I just feel it. Like I instantly, like, I feel like I noticed it before, but I think I was just noticing like, oh, better quality. Like these Lee jeans. It's a pants. These Lee jeans, right? These motherfuckers is great quality. You know what I'm saying? Like the stitching on them and you can tell like these some jeans from some years ago. Like these ain't even if you went to go get some Lee jeans today, they probably wouldn't even, at wherever they sell brand new Lee jeans, they probably wouldn't even fit and feel like this. You know what I'm saying? But I got these from the thrift store a couple years ago, year or two ago. And so ain't no telling when the fuck these, you know what I'm saying? But they still like new though. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, them old these Levi's signature boys, trash. These is 98% cotton. I ain't gonna go too crazy on that pair. And them 98, but I got 100% on. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why can't they be 100? But they started making like these new stretchable jeans now. so you can bend and squat. And you know what I'm saying? They've been selling that point, but that's not good for your health, though. What kind of shirt is this? This is old school Tommy Hilfiger polo. Y'all probably seen me wearing this a couple days ago. I found this at the thrift store. 100% cotton. And this motherfucker got a feel on it like whoever had this bitch, they was wearing this motherfucker, but it's still like, you know what I'm saying? Like when you see like, you know what I mean? But it's...
Or something.
You said what?
I couldn't see that, what you're showing me.
Oh, I'm on live.
Oh. Okay, shit. Go ahead.
But it's cool. I like that though. I kind of like that wear though. That wear look a little bit. But you only get that type of vibe when it's 100% cotton. When it's some old synthetic ass shit, it don't wear and age like this. You feel what I'm saying? I didn't even realize this motherfucker was 100% cotton. But like this ain't even like a Nautica. What I don't even know what brand this is. Paxson. I don't know if I ever heard of that before, but it was a cool shirt that I felt was a vibe. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, shit, you know. And it felt like a cool quality. You know what I'm saying? And I done got to the point where I didn't felt and bought enough quality shirts that even if I come across a brand that I'm not familiar with, I can fill it out and be like, yeah, it's a nice quality. You know what I'm saying? So I wasn't even looking at the tags and realizing it was just in this moment of me going through this. What the fuck? Just now I just realized that this shirt was 100% cotton. And the undershirt that I got on is 100% cotton. I was just like, my first focus was the pants. I'm like, I'm going to go through all my pants. Because in my mind, I'm like, it's probably a lot of shit in a lot of areas that need to probably get out of my wardrobe. But I'm like, I'm going to start with the pants first. So I wasn't even thinking about the shirt. I knew all of my polos and all of that other shit was motherfucking cotton. But I'm like, let me look at my shit. So yeah, I'm letting both of those. Yeah, I'm letting both of those go. I need 100% cotton or silk or what other safe what's other safe materials to wear that they recommend? I think wool.
The safest materials to wear in terms of skin health, chemical exposure, and environmental impact are generally natural, minimally processed fibers that are free from harmful dyes, finishes, and synthetics. Safest clothing materials: organic cotton, grown without pesticides or synthetic fertilizers, free from bleach and toxic dyes if GUTS certified, soft, breathable, and hypoallergenic. Linen, flax, naturally antimicrobial and breathable, made from flax plants with minimal water and chemical use, becomes softer over time and is biodegradable. Hemp, one of the most sustainable crops, naturally resistant to pests, fewer chemicals used, durable, breathable, and biodegradable. Tinsel TM lyocell, made from sustainably harvested wood pulp, usually eucalyptus. Closed loop production, non-toxic solvents reused. Soft, silky, breathable, and biodegradable. Wool, ethically sourced, naturally moisture wicking and insulating. Choose untreated, non-superwash wool to avoid plastic coatings. Silk, natural, undyed, breathable, lightweight, and hypoallergenic. Choose Peace Silk or ethical brands to avoid animal cruelty. Avoid or limit these: polyester, nylon, acrylic, spandex, elastane, made from petroleum-based plastics. Can release microplastics when washed, often treated with EDCs, endocrine-disrupting chemicals. Conventional cotton, often grown with high pesticide use. Heavily treated fabrics, avoid wrinkle-resistant, stain-proof, or flame-retardant labels, often treated with formaldehyde, PFAS, or other toxins. Label tag, look for these certifications: GOTS, Global Organic Textile Standard, Oeko-Tex Standard 100, Bluesign, made safe.
Materials to wear that they recommend. I think wool But
wool.
what the fuck can we do with
Hemp.
wool in the tropics though? Unless I'm here when it's cold. I did get some wool socks though. For the winter, but them bitches be so. The wool socks be so hot that my feet start sweating.
Yeah.
So then my feet end up being cold still because it's weird. But I got to get some thinner wool socks. Nylon. You saying nylon is good or bad?
I know hemp.
Cause I've been talking about how I was looking at different videos. Okay, now what is nylon derived from? It's different than cotton, right?
Nylon nylon fabric is a polymer, which means that it's composed of a long chain of carbon-based molecules called monomers.
That sounds crazy though.
That do kind of sounds crazy. There are quite a few different types of nylon, but most of them are derived from polyamide monomers that are extracted from crude oil, which is also known as petroleum.
I don't know if I want to rock with nylon, man.
I don't know if I want to rock with nylon.
But yeah, I'm about to let these pants go. These some Levi signature jeans I had on. I did my burpees in earlier. I actually like how these jeans fit. These are actually one of my favorite pair of jeans, like fitting wise. But they're 12% polyester.
Rayon is a semi-synthetic fabric made from regenerated cellulose, usually from wood pulp, and its safety for your skin and body depends on how it's made and how it's worn. Is rayon safe for skin? Generally, rayon is soft, breathable, and smooth, which makes it comfortable for many people, especially in hot weather. It is often used in blouses, dresses, linings, and activewear. However, not all rayon is created equal, and some forms may carry risks. Potential concerns with rayon: chemical processing. Rayon is made using toxic chemicals, e.g., carbon disulfide, sodium hydroxide, sulfuric acid, in a process that can leave residues if not fully rinsed. Carbon disulfide exposure has been linked to health problems in factory workers, though very little remains in finished clothing. Skin sensitivity. Some people experience irritation or rashes, particularly with tight-fitting or dyed rayon garments. Rayon can trap moisture, increasing the risk of fungal infections or chafing, especially in humid climates. Environmental impact. Conventional rayon, also called viscose, has been criticized for toxic waste pollution, deforestation, non-sustainable wood pulp sourcing. Safer alternatives to traditional rayon: modal and tensile TM lyocell. Both are types of rayon, but made using closed loop production, where solvents are recycled and non-toxic. More eco-friendly and safer for sensitive skin. Certified OEKO Tex Tensile TM is a good skin-safe option. Organic cotton or bamboo, mechanically processed. More breathable and naturally hypoallergenic. Bottom line, conventional rayon is usually safe for most people, especially if it's well made and washed before wearing. If you have sensitive skin, allergies, or wear the clothing in warm, sweaty conditions, rayon might not be ideal. For better skin and environmental health, choose modal, tensile TM, or OEKO Tex certified rayon garments.
Wise, but they're 12% polyester, and they got some elastane in this too. I guess that's the elastic to make it stretchy or whatever. They've been like on the tear, like trying to make jeans stretchy, and when I changed my pants, rayon. Wait a minute, that's what we just looked up. That's what we just looked up too, right?
Yep. That's
Yeah.
what we just looked up.
Yeah, and that's what your wraps are made out of.
Mm-hmm.
And I live with rayon for now. I live with that for now. But it's still like suspect. It's like I'm on the fence. I deal with it for now. But ideally, I'm at cotton and silk. And you know what's crazy? I always used to think like the idea of people talking about silk drawers. You know, people talk about being sexy and having silk pajamas and silk drawers and shit like that. I always categorize that as just being extra on some sexy shit. You know what I'm saying? But I never really reasoned it to be like a healthy thing. But I think I did start coming across certain information about different royalty and silk being tied to that for particular reasons of like how it was good for your health. And then I came across like some guys that was like on some 5% or more-ish or whatever type shit. And they was real. I was at this, it was like a business summit where these startup businesses was trying to get this grant, and it was these Moorish guys there, and their business pitch was something surrounding silkworm production. I'll never forget this shit because it was the most unique business. Like everybody else had like typical regular businesses, you know what I'm saying? It was about how you pitched it. But these niggas' business was about developing some sort of silkworm production for the purpose of producing silk. And to add on to that,
Yes, silk fabric is generally healthy and safe for your skin and body, especially when it is natural, untreated, and free of harsh dyes or chemicals. It has long been valued not only for its luxurious feel, but also for its skin-friendly properties. Benefits of silk for skin and body. Hypoallergenic. Natural silk resists common allergens, like dust mites, mold, and fungus. It's often well tolerated by sensitive or allergy-prone skin. Gentle on skin. The protein structure of silk, mainly fibroin, is similar to human skin, making it non-irritating and soothing. It reduces friction on skin and hair, helping prevent wrinkles, hair breakage, skin creases. That's why silk pillowcases are often recommended for beauty and skin care. Moisture retention. Silk doesn't absorb as much moisture as cotton, which helps retain your skin's natural oils and night creams, ideal for dry or aging skin. Temperature regulating. Naturally breathable and thermoregulating. Silk helps keep you cool in summer and warm in winter, reducing sweat-related irritation. Possible concerns and how to avoid them. Chemical treatments. Some silk fabrics are treated with synthetic dyes, bleaches, or finishes, which may cause skin irritation. To avoid this, choose undyed or naturally dyed silk. Okotex certified silk products. Silk blends. Be cautious with silk blended with polyester or nylon, which can reduce breathability and introduce synthetic chemical exposure. Ethical considerations. Traditional silk involves killing the silkworms during production. Look for pea silk or ahimsa silk if you prefer cruelty-free options. Best uses of silk for skin health. Pillowcases, sleepwear, lingerie, scarves for sensitive neck or face areas, lining for clothes to reduce irritation. Bottom line, natural silk is one of the healthiest fabrics you can wear, particularly for sensitive, dry, or allergy-prone skin. Just be sure it's minimally processed, ethically sourced, and certified non-toxic when possible.
producing silk. And to add on to that, Dog was kind of like enlightening me on some of the benefits of silk, and I feel like he was tying it to like royalty and something like. I was kind of like loosely engaged with what and why and what he was talking about, because I felt like, I don't know, it was weird. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like they was trying to kind of recruit me into whatever the fuck they had going on too. But yeah, so silk is definitely something that I want
look into.
Yeah, Rayon. I like how those raps feel though. I like how they feel. But the thing about it, when you look up Rayon, they say that it could derive from a number of different sources. Like it could come from cotton, it could come from bamboo, it could come from different sources. And when you see rayon, I don't know if it particularly classify what it derived from. It's like it could have derived from this group of sources, which is kind of sketchy to me. That's what kind of put me on. You know?
Right, so the only way to really know is to know where that specific business is getting their materials from.
Right. So I'm pretty sure there's businesses that's like intentional about like, yeah, ours is from bamboo, you know? But yeah, all my jerseys, I'm done with them. But you wanna know what's crazy about the whole jersey thing and them being polyester? In my mind, I'm thinking, because I got replica jerseys, they polyester. I'm like, I know that the official jerseys got to be probably out of a healthier, better material, but you just looked it up and they just said the NBA official jerseys is made out of polyester, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in my mind, that just made me think, now that you're running and sweating, pores open, that makes you even that much more susceptible to the harmful effects of the polyester. That's deep.
Yes.
That's deep as fuck. And it's funny because it's like they've been like talking about like progressively how, well, I'm saying they, you know what I'm saying? I'm saying they real like the people, us, like we've been noticing progressively more sassier style of player in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I know it's a lot of different factors that go into that, you know, because I've explored a lot of the idea of how much soy is implemented in a lot of, you know, everyday food products, and how much soy is a hormonal disturber as well. So I'm not gonna just, you know, blame all the sassiness on just the fabrics, but I did realize that a lot of the motherfucking sheets, yeah, you know, and 100% cotton is the standard that I'm sticking with right now until, you know, we need some silk drawers, you know what I'm saying, mama? Get us some silk sheets, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Cause you want to know what I realized? The insides of the crown, silk.
Right.
You feel me? Like that's what the inner lining of.
Hey everyone, not really sure if you've already subscribed to my new YouTube channel, On the Docket. On this channel, I focus on true crime, current events, as well as a little dibble and dabbling in politics. I am also following the case of the United States versus Sean P. Diddy Combs, as well as the state of Idaho versus Brian C. Koberger. If you are a true crime fan or a couch detective, you're definitely going to want to go over there and sub me up. Be sure to set your notifications to all so that you are notified when I go live or add new content. Guys, I need your help because I know there is no way that I will be able to grow this channel without your assistance. Thank you in advance for subscribing, commenting, and sharing. I look forward to seeing you over on the docket.
Right.
You feel me? Like that's what the inner lining of, you know, proper crowns would be lined with. And silk robes and silk wraps and shit.
Yeah.
But I used to just make it like that was just some sexy shit. Like, but that's, yeah, for sure. Yeah, me too. Growing your own vegetables is so rewarding. What's today? Today's Friday. I'm gonna go out to D-Town tomorrow. D-Town is where I start learning how to grow food first. Where I start learning how to build soil first. That's critical. And wanting to learn how to grow food most harmoniously. You want to learn how to build healthy soil first, you know? And yeah, I'm going out to D-Town Farms.
D-Town Farm is a 7-acre urban farm located in Detroit's Rouge Park. It is operated by the Detroit Black Community Food Sovereignty Network, DBCFSN, a grassroots nonprofit organization dedicated to promoting food security, justice, and sovereignty within Detroit's African American community. What D-Town Farm does: cultivates over 30 crops. D-Town Farm grows a diverse array of fruits, vegetables, and herbs using organic methods. Hosts educational programs. The farm offers workshops, youth programs, and community events aimed at educating residents about sustainable agriculture and food justice. Engages volunteers. Community members are encouraged to participate in farming activities, fostering a sense of ownership and connection to the land. Location and hours. Address: 14,027 West Outer Drive, Detroit, Michigan 48239. Volunteer hours: Saturdays and Sundays, 8 a.m. 12 p.m., March 15th to November 22nd. Programs offered. We believe that Black food sovereignty encompasses the intersectionality of agriculture, climate change, environmental justice, and food justice. We recognize that this is an intergenerational effort that requires connecting the community on a local, national, and global level. The Detroit Black Community Food Sovereignty Network, DBCFSN, programs and partnerships reflect this comprehensive approach, working to empower the community, promote sustainable practices, and advocate for policies that address systemic inequities. Through our initiatives, we strive to create a resilient and equitable food system that benefits all generations. Food Warriors, our youth program for young people at local schools and community-centered institutions in Detroit, Michigan. Detroit Black Farmer Land Fund. We are a coalition of 3 long-standing Detroit urban farming organizations with a collective mission to rebuild intergenerational land ownership for Black farmers in Detroit. The Detroit Black Food Sovereignty Network, DBCFSN, Oakland Avenue Urban Farm, and Keep Growing Detroit. Food and Flavor, our young adult programming to develop leadership and entrepreneurial skills grounded in food sovereignty. Environmental justice. Justice requires a conscious, vigilant, and active populace. Building towards food justice requires that we conduct public education campaigns to make communities aware of the impact of the current food system on our planet, our health, and the economies of our communities. Congo Beehive Coalition. DBCFSN is a proud member of the Congo Beehive Coalition. The coalition represents a group of international, NGO, and nonprofit organizations partnered to bring hope to communities that have been under severe distress due to a number of reasons, including civil wars. We believe beekeeping can empower women and children through a pilot project planned for North Kivu.
And yeah, I'm going out to D-Town Farms. I went through a summer internship there. I started doing some work there in 2014. After doing a lot of community work, doing some feedings, I was doing a lot of helping my brother Yusuf Bunchy Shakur over in Zone 8 on the west side. near Motown Museum, near Northwestern High School. We used to do a lot of like we call it feeding the people, where we did community feedings to, in a way, carry on the legacy of the Black Panther Party. And Baba Malik, who was the director of D-Town Farms, used to come to our feedings and donate water and bread and bring produce from the farm. And he invited me to the Harvest Festival. And when I went to the Harvest Festival, I was mind blown. They got like 7 acre. It's a 7 acre farm in Detroit. It's an old tree nursery. And they was granted a certain amount, then year after year, they expanded. And I seen fields of collard greens and squash and tomatoes and hoop houses full of all kinds of different vegetables and stuff. I had never seen food grown at that capacity. And I was instantly intrigued to come the next season to learn how all of this came to fruition from square one. So, also within the group that we was doing the community feedings, every Thursday we would do political education classes where we would dive deep into different aspects of, just different aspects of society and what's corrupt. And one week we dove deep into the food. And at that particular point, I was like not holistic, healthy eating by any measure. Like, I was the young guy, a part of the group. Like, so where we used to meet at this bookstore was next to a liquor store. So I'm like coming in with snacks and shit every day. Like, I'm that guy in the group. Like, so when we went over the food thing, and I know a lot of y'all seen the what the food documentaries and stuff like that, and this was before a lot of those documentaries was coming out, but a lot of that type of information was being presented to me, and I'm learning about the pesticides and just all of the stuff in processed foods and how it affect our health and this, and like my imagination went off the deep end, because I'm like, man, like half this shit that y'all talking about is detrimental, is what the fuck we feeding the people. You know what I'm saying? We feed like 50 to 100 people every week, you know what I'm saying? Well, once a month. It was monthly we did it. And I'm like, damn, like I feel conflicted because, majority of this shit is like, but at the same time, it's across the street from a halfway house. You know what I'm saying? It's families in the neighborhood that are very appreciative of this meal that we provided. And so, like, especially the men over at the halfway house, you know what I'm saying? Like, we would even provide like clean underwear, socks. A couple weeks we did free health screenings. It a variety of different things we would offer in addition to just a meal. We did a coat drive around Christmas time. I had received a Spirit of Detroit award for helping in
The Spirit of Detroit Award is an honor bestowed by the Detroit City Council upon individuals, organizations, or events that have made exceptional contributions to the city and its citizens. The award's name is inspired by the iconic Spirit of Detroit statue located at the Coleman A. Young Municipal Center. This statue, created by Marshall Fredericks, symbolizes the city's values and spirit. Key aspects of the Spirit of Detroit Award: recognition of outstanding contributions. The award recognizes individuals, groups, or events that have demonstrated remarkable achievements or service to the people of Detroit. Based on the Spirit of Detroit statue, the award's name and the statue's symbolism reflect the values and spirit of the city. Award request process. Individuals or organizations wishing to nominate someone for the award must submit a request to the City of Detroit, including the nominee's name, the reason for the nomination, and the requested delivery date. Criteria for selection. The criteria for receiving the award can vary, but often include acts of kindness, significant contributions to the community, or achievements that bring positive attention to the city. Examples of recipients. Past recipients have included celebrities, athletes, organizations, and everyday citizens who have made notable contributions to Detroit's community and culture.
I had received a Spirit of Detroit award for helping in organizing it, and I had helped organize like this hip hop. It was like a hip hop showcase with like a lot of like Detroit hip hop legends and up and coming rappers, and it was like a fundraiser for the coat drive that my brother DJ Butter had helped organize, and so back to the whole food thing. So I'm like, yeah, I gotta. So with all that being understood, with what I was learning in the political education class, and me knowing and seeing Baba Malik coming to our feedings every month, when he gave me the invite to the Harvest Festival, I was like, I already had a sense of purpose, even wanting to be involved with what they had going on by what I was learning through the political education classes. So when I started coming the next year, I started as soon as the volunteer time started in like late March, mid-March or whatever. And I ain't had gas money. I ain't had nothing. I'm like borrowing family members' cars and ride my bike to get there on volunteer days just so I could instill this knowledge, because I was adamant that if I'm a community leader, you know what I'm saying, I should be able to show people how to grow food. You know what I'm saying? I should know how to grow food, And mind you, I'm on super revolutionary mind frame mode. You know what I'm saying? My mind is on all of this shit is going to crumble, and we're going to have to learn how to grow our own food. Like, it ain't going to be an option, which seems to be more true now than even it was then. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like committed. I'm here every volunteer day from beginning to end. I'm the first one there before they open the gate. I'm the last one to leave, helping to clean the tools and all that. You know what I'm saying? When they come to Saturday, Sunday, a lot of people would be into like the whole planting the seeds and stuff like that, the cute stuff, and they would generally put the able-bodied men like into like the compost area, like working on the compost. So I embraced it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really look at it like, I didn't realize until later. I'm like, dang, you know what I'm saying? They kind of just, that's like the pit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you throw the young able-bodied guys over there, you know what I'm saying? Do the hard, the wheelbarrow shit. But in my mind, I valued it because I'm like I said, I wanted to learn this A to Z. So I'm like, this is the best first step to be in. So I was knee deep into the composting area first and foremost, So yeah, long story short, they offered me a position in the summer internship that year, and I'm like, oh, I can get paid to do this? Like, I was gonna come and be here as much as I could possibly come anyway, you know what I'm saying? So it was a cherry on top to know that they had a summer internship coming up, and they like, shit, you really got first dibs on it, as committed as you are as a volunteer. And I'm like, bet, And my brother Kareem, he was a very regular volunteer too. And I like to shout out my brother Kareem because right now, today, he has his own lot that he's been growing on for, I want to say, at least 3 seasons now. Probably more, but at least 3. And I just want to, uplift him and shout him out for just still continuously having the passion to stick with what we were all coming together to sharpen our understanding on, And he has been continually adding to his understanding and executing. And I wish nothing but success in this growing season for him and more expansion and more efficiency. And I hope everything pan out for him this season. But yeah, so that's just a little bit about D-Town. So they got their volunteer days. I think it's either 8 to 12 or 9 to 1. You can look up D-Town Farms, Detroit, Michigan. They got a website. Detroit Black Food Community. Let me get it right. DBCFSN, Detroit Black Food Security Network.com or .org. You can look that up. A lot of productive, progressive shit going on, led by black people here in the city of Detroit. We just recently opened up our co-op grocery store on Woodward, of which I am a part. I'm a member owner. And that's a whole another thing that I was just totally unaware of how important and how monumental that was when I got involved. Like, I really didn't understand the significance of it when I got involved. I really was just an employee at the farm, and they were like going around town having meetings at libraries and mosques and trying to get people to buy in and be members. And yeah, look it up. Detroit People's Co-op, Food Co-op. It's a beautiful grocery store. And it's not just a grocery store. It's a multi-purpose space. They got banquet hall space, and, it's classes. And all. I take my daughter to a lot of classes that they have going on up there. And it's just, this is just turning into a whole rant. But I'm going to D-Town. I'm going to D-Town on tomorrow. Yeah, either 8 or 9. But yeah, look it up. It's a D-Town and DBCFSN has been my home base. They have provided a sense of community and a village. For me to expand spiritually, mentally, to connect culturally to different ideas that I hadn't been introduced to growing up. And my family is still heavily always involved with multiple things that DBCFSN has going on, and I'm always grateful for them being present. And I'm saying them, it's me. I'm thankful. I'm a part of it. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing that I realize that I gotta do. I have to stop doing is separating myself from what I'm a part of. I think that is something that I've been working on a lot lately. you know, and embracing my extended family, you know. So yeah, I'm going to D-Town tomorrow. Because I'm headed back to the family. And gonna spend Zakari's 6th birthday with him.
Big champ.
Huh?
I said big champ.
I'm about to say, what? He not about to be 6?
Yeah, he about to be 6.
Stop separating yourself from your own achievements. Yeah, definitely. Cause you want to know what like really the opening up of the Detroit Food Co-op store. Like, I feel like when that happened, that's when it kind of hit home that, like, wait a minute, I'm a part of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not just applauding black greatness over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm a part of this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I went to the last meeting before they did the grand opening. Like they had like, look, I keep saying they. we have membership meetings. We have owner membership meetings. And I went to the last ownership meeting before the grand opening, and I bought a shirt, right? And in my mind, I'm like, I'm supporting them. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, dang, this is my shit. You know what I'm saying? You know? And then, like, you know, I just reflected back on, like they got a number up on the wall. As soon as you come in the store, it's a number up on the wall. And I think it's, don't give me the line. I don't know how many. It's thousands of members at this point, right? But I can remember when there was just hundreds of members, you know, and they were like, you know, almost going. It was dead at that point. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I didn't even know what was going on. But they was conducting a lot of meetings, you know, around the city, and I think I only ended up going to the meeting because I just kept hearing about it so much, and being an employee and being in the loop, you know, I kept hearing about it, and you know, me and my partner at the time, Isis, we was like the young people that was as committed as we were in the collective. So we was kind of like, I don't know, just kind of detached from a lot of what the older members was, you know, the foundation that they was laying. We were real new to just the whole idea of just the community in general. So, like, we was real ghetto, so to speak. like we was ghetto babies. Like, we was like, the fuck is all this Ashe shit? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, she was a DJ, she was into Gucci Mane and shit, you know what I'm saying? And you know me, I'm into what I'm into, so we was just kind of like, the djembe drum didn't really get us going. Like, I had to get used to being more culturally appropriate and shit. You know what I'm saying? But so since I was making decent money working for them, so they had like this idea of like a payment plan or something that you can get put on. I'm just like, yeah, just take it out of my check or something. I don't know. I arranged some payment plan because I was already getting paid from them. I'm like, yeah, you know, put me in there. You know what I'm saying? As a member. But I can remember, like, at that particular time, the idea of the store actually opening was like so, like, so far in the future of even being able to see the idea of this even coming into fruition, like, at all. Like, I feel like they had multiple different sites that they was gonna potentially start building it at. No, it was we at this point that we was gonna start building it at, and the city had shot down some stuff, and we had to postpone construction multiple times. It was a lot of red tape that and postponing and readdressing and members shifting and and I wasn't really involved in the core of the functioning of it all, but I just remember like a lot of shit went into that shit. Like a lot, to the point where going to the store and shopping at the store, it like or even taking my daughter to, like, she go to dance classes and art classes there, like it still be feeling unreal, you know what I'm saying, like to know, like where this idea was and where it's gotten, and it has instilled a deep sense of like stick to it, like whatever plans and goals you have in mind, like they might not pan out this year, next year, it might take 5, 10, 15, 20 years, and I'm pretty sure, a lot of people, I can only imagine when the first thought of this co-op being brought into fruition, when the first thought of that and the first people came together, how long it's been from that first meeting or idea to get to this last year finally opening up. I can only imagine the ups and downs and the discouragement and the daunting task and the readjustments and all of that had to go into all of this panning out. And I'm just grateful that the foundation had been laid and the example could be been carried out in a way that I could just offer my support and play my part and fall in pocket with the whole thing, So yeah, I really appreciate being a part of this family, Shout out to Bob and Malik and and everything that he's got going on, and for all of the motivation that he's encouraged. Yeah. I'm about to get on up off of here, but yeah, I'm about to get rid of my polyester clothing, and
Hey, love.
yeah.
I just wanted to say real quick that I truly appreciate your journey, because it's what you have, been through and grew yourself in and cultivated yourself in has been able to assist me in my growth and my transformation as a person and as a woman. And that's with my mental, my physical, my spiritual health, and overall lifestyle. I truly feel like if it wasn't for you coming into my reality, I wouldn't be thriving in the way that I am. And I wouldn't have a chance at life in the way that I do. And I went from wanting to learn to be more natural and eating better to now knowing and practicing how to build my own soil and grow my own food. And those are qualities that I feel like everybody should strive to, collect, gather, work on within self. But it's possible because I have you. It's possible for me because I have you. You introduced me into a world of so many things. I use herbs on a daily basis now. Remember when you first came in my life and you started telling me about herbs, and then we going around and foraging and stuff, and I'm just sitting there looking at you like, you want me to drink this?
No, you want to know what's so crazy? You want to know what's crazy? So, this whole, what they call it, high functioning autism.
Yeah.
So the idea of, exploring the potentiality that I may be in some type of way dealing with that, I realized that a lot of times in those particular moments, like, I was so headstrong on knowing what I knew or what I was sharing with you that I was like totally emotionally removed from whatever discomfort that you thought you had with it.
Right.
I'm like, I understand this is good for us, and I'm sharing this with you. So that should instantly click that you should be on the same page with me and just get with it.
Yes. Bro, like, this looks crazy, but I know.
It's taking me time to get past certain scenarios, like, not just with you, but with other people, where I'll be like, I look back and I'll be like, damn, I was extreme as fuck. Like, why was I so extreme? Like, damn, I didn't even consider that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. But I'm grateful you were, because it expanded me in the ways I need to be expanded.
But that be the thing. Like, I look back and be like, dang. But then the person be like, I'm glad you was that bold. And I'm like, I didn't mean to be that bold. Like, I was just, like my sister, right? She had a vision. My sister had a vision board, right? I don't even know what the fuck it was on it that I was noticing or something. But she was having a rough patch in her life or whatever.
All right, y'all. Go ahead and drop me a comment. Smash the heck out of that like button and share. Thank you guys in advance.
On it that I was noticing or something. But she was having a rough patch in her life or whatever. And she brought this up to me years after the point, and I remember the moment and not really feeling like I was coming at her in the way that she took it. But I guess I was just, just so in the fact of the matter of what I was thinking that I wasn't considering how this could emotionally impact her. So I looked at her vision board, and she had this vision board for years. Like, I've seen this vision board, like, at multiple different places she lived. And she was in a rough patch in her life. And here I am. I'm realizing this now, but my words was kicking her while she was down. You know what I'm saying? But I was so pure in intention in why, whatever I said it. I looked at her vision board, and I feel like I just helped her move into this space. And I'm like, do you even look at your vision board? she like what you mean? I'm like, look at all this great ass shit on your vision board, and like, look how you living, But in my mind, I'm processing, like, what's the point of the vision board if you living like this? If this, like, like this is, I'm saying it from that space. Like I'm not getting it. I'm like, ain't a vision board supposed to like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not even feeling like I'm saying it from I'm critiquing her. I'm saying it from like, I'm trying to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying? She brought that shit up years later, like, man, that night you was talking about, do I be looking at my vision board for real? That shit hurt my feelings. But she be like, but that made me get my shit together. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, wow, like I didn't really realize that I said it like that. I was just really like I was confused. Like how do vision boards work? Like what the fuck? You know, I didn't get it. Like I meant no malice whatsoever. Like I wasn't even trying to be funny. Like, but
Yeah.
But I appreciate you, Mama. I appreciate your acknowledgement and all of that. I guess going hand in hand with that, not separating myself from my achievements is not, appreciating and accepting love, embracing that, because like I've noticed in my family dynamic where like when we do kind gestures for one another, it'll be this big, oh, you ain't have to do that, you ain't have to do that, or you know what I'm saying, that real like just totally not embracing, like you feel like you deserve whatever was offered type of deal, and so I received that and I appreciate that, love. With your moringa tree in the back that you grew.
Look at them. They're only like, they just now about to hit a year.
They gotta go.
And I got a pod growing on this one.
Hey, you gotta replant some new ones because those ones gotta get planted in the forest.
Yes. I got some seeds, so maybe I should start them.
Yeah, because those want to expand and be out of those pots. They want to be in the ground. They been want to be in the ground, but they so resilient. They like, we gonna make a way.
I said I was gonna repot my snake plant. The ones in the house, repot those still.
All right, y'all. I'm about to end this live. I appreciate you. Tap in with y'all later.
I'm laying bricks one at a time, no rush for the prize. In the heart of a city where the dream never dies. Hands are calloused, but the soul feels free. A mission carved in the stone for eternity. We're building a legacy, higher, higher. Stacking dreams, fuel the fire. Every hand, every heart, a symphony. Together we rise, crafting history.